What's up, guys? Twintuitive 717. I am back with another reading. I appreciate you guys being here with me. I'm going to dive right into a collective message and tell you about the energy I'm picking up for the divine feminines, okay? The divine masculines energy is also in this reading. The channeled message or just the vibe or the energy, some of the visions I've been getting is around intimacy, okay? And I feel like a lot of the divine masculines are experiencing healing when it comes to intimacy or the way that they perceive or experience or look at intimacy. Now, this reading may not resonate with everyone, but I do feel it's going to resonate for those of you who have had intimate experiences with your divine masculine, okay? It doesn't always have to be physical. I feel like if it is this slow... for those of you, if it's been physical, the effects of that will definitely be at a greater scale. But for those of you who are even just exploring that, crossing that line with your divine masculine, maybe you're having more moments of being more vulnerable with one another. And so you can't help but express yourself in a very sensual way towards them. I feel like even that is creating a sense of... responsibility from the masculine side is what I'm getting. Because the message I'm getting from the masculines or what I see them doing is like, I keep hearing, I can't. I can't do it. So I don't know who that's for. But they can't do it. They can't pursue you for just... that, okay? Many of them are really seeing that they can't do it because they're the ones who are actually feeling the consequences. I'm hearing for some of you, like, your energy is, they didn't expect that they were going to experience what they did when they were with you intimately, because with your counterpart, especially when you exchange intimacy with the divine feminine, it's a piece of heaven is the best way I can put it for the divine masculines. It's unlike anything they've ever experienced before. Many of you who have had physical experiences with your masculine, oftentimes it's the divine feminine energy is very calm, but you can see just how intense, just even being in your presence in the physical, you can see just how much the masculine feels it on a physical level, okay? So what I am picking up for many of you is that you've shifted something or you've changed something within this divine masculine that really needed to be healed for a collective reason, okay? Because I feel like this is going to have a really great impact on just the masculine collective overall, because there's something with you that they just couldn't do. I'm hearing that the way that they gosh, I just have to be so gentle with the readings, guys, because of the guidelines. So just bear with me if I struggle to find the right words sometimes with these more sensual readings, because I'm trying to be appropriate. Okay, let's see what I'm trying to say here. I feel like the way that they've experienced intimacy, and this has been happening for a long time, it's becoming more and more aggressive, and it's straying further and further away from okay, so what I'm hearing is it's straying further and further away from connecting intimately, and it's more like connecting. Okay, so the vision that I'm getting is like when the divine masculine and the divine feminine connect, it's like mind, body, and soul, 333, 3 candles burning, 3 strings connected and moving out. It's like everything is plugged in. With others, it's not plugged in all the way. Okay, I hope that resonates, or I hope that you guys understand what I mean. But that's what I feel has happened, and now that it's happened, they can't be with you or anybody else right now intimately because of, I feel like, a lot of what they've absorbed through your energy during that act of intimacy. Okay, so I don't know what that is. I'm going to get some clarity on it. But first, what I'm going to do is, let's see what kind of impact you had on the divine masculine. What kind of impact did the intimacy have on the divine masculine? Okay, so giving and taking. Okay, so slowing down and appreciating and honoring. So what I'm seeing is your energy is very potent, and now many of your divine masculines may realize the importance of sitting down and getting to know someone, and really getting to know someone, or wanting to get to know someone, and stopping before you move to deeper levels of intimacy. Otherwise there will be regret. Okay, this represents a divine masculine that feels like they should have controlled themselves, okay, because we do have the Knight of Pentacles here coming up. I feel like when they came towards you, they could have been very lustful. I feel like what they're realizing is they should have been more in command, or they should have been more in control of their sensual energy, because I feel like if they showed up in that lustful energy, and you gave in to that lustful energy, oh my, it was just like a wave, a tsunami. It was just something that they really regret not moving more slowly, not having more self-control, not having stronger boundaries, not being so overwhelmed to the point where you don't have clarity, okay? That's what you brought to the table with your sensuality. I feel like there you are, innocent divine feminine, kind of feeling like, I give you what you asked for. What's the problem here? They never expected that they were going to feel what they felt once that happened, okay? So you have a divine masculine who really regrets being intimate with you, but not for the reasons you may think. It's just they never expected that the level of emotions and feelings and lessons and regret and just all of these bad feelings coming up about just intimacy, how they behave. Also too, I don't know why I'm getting this, but for some of you, I'm just, okay, how can I say this gently too? I feel like for some of you, a lot of you may have had experiences where your divine masculines kind of went in really aggressively, and then it's like kind of midway into it, they started slowly breaking down, realizing that they couldn't be with you the way that they normally would be. They found themselves slowing down, wanting to be soft with you, wanting to kiss you slowly, spend time on you. I mean, usually that's never, ever, ever been the case. You know, it's never like that. The act of it is never like that. Usually they are just, you know, in this kind of animalistic sense. And I feel like with you, that's where it's coming from. I just couldn't do it. I think I started off the reading saying that. Okay, so let's go ahead and get some messages about what kind of changes your divine masculine are experiencing in this current moment, and just what lessons they just have encountered, what it is they're moving towards with the Knight of Pentacles. Because the Knight of Pentacles is, you know, responsible, reliable, learning lessons about accountability, which I've been talking about a lot. And it takes a lot to be accountable for yourself, right? It takes sacrifice. Really being accountable is really doing things by the book. A lot of the divine feminines have learned that very quickly, because a lot of you started learning the rules of karma very, very quickly on the journey. You understood that right at the beginning of your assignment. Okay, that's why many of you are reaping the rewards now of beautiful co-parenting relationships. Many of you really resisted the idea of having affairs or trying to go about things, you know, in a secretive way. A lot of you are really leading the way, and that's what's bringing a lot of this loyalty reliability, and again, responsibility, accountability, those types of energies to the table. Okay, a lot of you are really washing your hands of this kind of loose energy with being the divine feminines. Really becoming more conservative with your energy, with your spirituality, being more connected to source, because you can't go wrong once you go down the path of authenticity, right? Staying connected to source, doing things by the book, not cheating. I see the divine feminines really like looking at the divine masculines. Like, I would not go off path if I were you. According to my research, there could be serious repercussions, and I feel like, of course, boys will be boys. There they go testing the waters. But I feel like the Knight of Pentacles represents coming back on path here. It's like a sense of, like, I feel like the offering of the lemon here is, you were right, because the lemon is sour, right? So it's kind of like, oh, the sourness of learning a lesson. That's what I feel. And also, too, like, the lemon is, bright, beautiful, abundant. I feel like it's a sign of bright growth and again, taking accountability and charging ahead, meeting you. Okay, catching up to you in a sense. Okay, so again, let's go ahead and dig into more lessons here. I'll take what came face up, which is stability and flow. Okay, so that's what they're moving towards, which is, I think, again, kind of goes hand in hand with reliability, responsibility, right? A lot of your divine masculines, too, could... it's funny, too, because I heard someone in the comments talk about this, and now let me spit my point out before I forget it. Many of you in the divine feminine energy, they just couldn't do it. Your energy felt too pure, too good, too sacred. From the moment they kissed you, from the moment they touched you, they knew. Okay, they might have tried to be, aggressive in a sense and really just wanting to devour you, but they just couldn't. They just melted. They melted into you. And I feel like, and what I was going to say that someone mentioned in the comments, just like you guys can exchange energy, I feel it's kind of like a yin-yang effect, right? Like dark and light. A lot of the divine masculine had transferred over. It could have been like lower vibrational energy, like bad habits. Many of you started feeling, a lot more sensual and like maybe even like dabbling in certain things that you never really thought that you would. Your sensuality really cracking open, that Kundalini energy, right? All the pleasure centers were just like, gimme, 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 gimme. And your masculine did this. But what I feel what happened was, many of you, okay, a lot of the bad habits you felt after being intimate with your divine masculine, you experienced it because you saw their world. But a lot of you have the ability to alchemize. Nothing can touch your body, divine feminine. A lot of you, all of this, like, just anything, what I'm seeing it as my vision is anything parasitic crawling through them in the form of energy. When you were intimate with your divine masculine, a lot of you might have seen their world through your own experiences, and a lot of you knew it wasn't your energy. You were like, holy shit, is this what they've been going through? But you're resilient as hell, divine feminine. You represent stability, harmony, and flow. Doesn't matter what sign you are, I'm hearing. I'm not even being called to say specific signs. I'm hearing no matter what sign you are, it doesn't matter. By design, your gift is invincibility. You are, you're kryptonite. You are just everything meant to stop the divine masculine in their tracks. So whatever entered your energetic space when you became intimate with your divine masculine, yeah, it may have made you trip and fall and, skate out like roadkill. My son loves when I say that. I'm like, but boy, you skate out like roadkill. They were wrong with you. And he cracks up. He's like, Mom, I just love your Trini accent. Many of you, again, yeah, you might have faltered, right? You might have tripped up and realized that, holy shit, this is what they've been dealing with, alcoholism, addiction, laziness, just unmotivated, really falling into a lot of deep depression. Many of you saw glimpses of that, but you have this protection around you that alchemizes those things, right? Many of you know how to turn that despair into, using that pain to drive you. I'm hearing like some of you divine feminines, like you are the reason you're so crazy or you're seen as so scary, especially by the karmic energy, is because you love a challenge. You invite fear in. I feel like many of you, you love it when you feel challenged by something. You know, that's why many of you are so outspoken, and people can mistake your energy for masculine because you can be very combative. You can rise to the occasion. Many of you, that Joan of Arc energy, it's like you just want to be in the fight. But that's, you know, it is that feminine energy, that Bigfoot energy that I was talking about, that is here to really help the divine masculine collective remember how to fight, right? Because a lot of our divine masculines, guys, they're falling into stuff like that and they don't know how to get out. You know, many of them are grown and at a certain age where it's like, you know, they should be established and more accomplished than they are. And they're also too dealing with a lot of these karmic energies that want to keep them in that lower vibration, right? It just keeping them deceived, draining their energy. You know, SEX, it's a really, really powerful thing. And many of you, what I'm hearing to say for some of you is, you know, you might have been like, why did I do that? But I feel like it is because they had to see the difference in that energy, right? They had to see the difference between the succubus energy and, you know, what true love and intimacy and connection felt like. Because like I'm saying, you stopped them in their tracks. That animalistic urge to devour you, they'd one look at your face. Some of you might have dimples. I feel like some of you might have baby hairs that come across like your hairline. A lot of you might have beautiful curly hair. I'm seeing like braids, maybe like for some of you, like you might, like, you know, when you put your hair up and then you have like a lot of that baby hair that's at the back of your neck and things like that. It's like really just little things about you. They really just melt and love. And some of you, the smell of you, like that was enough to stop them right in their tracks. It was just, the smell of it was just, that can't even explain it. It's like the best perfume on earth, you know? The most beautiful smelling flower wouldn't even do it justice in their eyes because they come from that dark energy, which, you know, you're kind of here to help them, you know, utilize it wisely and for us not to be afraid of the dark. So, yeah, that's what I feel like a lot of you have really brought to the table. Sorry, I went off on a rant there, guys. Oh my goodness, 17 minutes in. I meant to draw more cards too. But yeah, that's just kind of what I see it as for the divine feminines. What else is coming up for the masculines here? Okay, so look at this. We have truth. We have expression. Okay, I feel like maybe I'm speaking a lot of truth. Maybe a lot of the divine masculines haven't not been expressing a lot of their true divine masculine energies, and a lot of the collective, they have been drained. They have been lazy. They have been unmotivated. But I'm telling you guys, what has been behind that is the over-sexualization of stuff, the over-sensualization of stuff. Draining, and more of them are finding themselves distracted by it. It's becoming like a lot of your divine masculines who really used to go and like, you know, be in a strict routine, hit the gym and like really have plans in place and really executing things, taking risks, trying things out, going out playing sports. It's like, no, they're all stuck inside playing video games and virtual worlds. Like, be fiercely protective of your kids, guys, when it comes to that stuff. Spend time with them. You know, build stuff with them. My son, one idea that I had, like, because we were just finding things around the house to do. So I bought a drill kit from Amazon, like a tool kit, sorry, from Amazon. And so I was like, well, you know what? I should set up like a little, like a tool mini, like, you know, workhouse station. Because like my dad, like when he gets bored around the house, like not bored, but it's like, it's just something he likes to do. Like if we, you know, like I remember being young and we would chill and cozy up and watch movies with our mom, and you look around and where's dad? He's just like drilling something in the garage or fixing, because he just liked to do that stuff. And I noticed with my son, it's like they like to do things, accomplish things, get things done. So the more you feed that energy when they're young, you know, it's really good for them in terms of this expression that they're craving to really express, right? So I got the idea to set up a little station on my balcony, and it's going to have a table with a bunch of tools and wood and, you know, all kinds of things that he can explore and nail and hammer away. And he's been doing so much of that. And he's literally like 45 minutes. Like, I'm like, oh my God. Like, I'm like in the middle of cooking. Where is he? And there he is, just like going away at it, like trying to figure out how to like screw a bit into a, exploring all the tools. So it was so cool. So that might be an idea for some of you. Like, if you have sons, teach them how to be busy, like, with their hands. It's a really good outlet and a really good way of staying away from things that keep them too stagnant or sitting around for too long, okay? Because a lot of that's been affecting our divine masculines, okay? It's getting easier and easier for the over-sensualization of things to creep in. Like, I don't let my kid play, like, video games and stuff. Why? Because of the ads. I'm like, no, that has ads. Absolutely not. Like, and that was, I think, one of those triggers very, very early on. I was like, what the F is this? So, yeah, very early on, me and his dad, like, we're so fiercely just, like, no devices. Like, until he is, like, a full-blown adult, we will straight up tell him. And his dad teases him all the time about having, like, a flip phone, right? And his dad was, like, dead serious on it, too. So, yeah, a lot of strength, remembering, a coming together, family unit, things like that. Really important themes coming up for the divine masculines to help empower them and help them remember again. Because I feel too, divine feminines, like you came along, look, divine feminine at the top of the deck, and you started helping them feel more resourceful. They've been missing that feeling of feeling resourceful, like there's something to work for. A lot of these karmic energies, that's why a lot of these karmic things are about, let's just like laze around all day, every day doing nothing. Like, let's just, party all the time and like just sit around and like go out and, it goes so much deeper, and I really don't want to offend anybody by, some of the things that I have, it's being channeled, but like, yeah, I'll save it for another video. But yeah, it's the time of the divine feminines, I feel, taking control of the over-sensualization of things, because you guys will start seeing a lot of that shift, what will be attractive, and many of you will, really start being very protective and feminine protective energy. You think masculines are protective? My goodness, when feminines are ready to be protective, a lot amorous, yeah, karmic energies, beware, especially dark karmic energies. This over-centralization of stuff, and you have moms coming out with sons, young sons now, you better not be up on our apps and stuff like that, because I swear, guys, like a lot of these things going on, creeping into these apps, that are what your 12-year-olds are using, 13-year-olds are using, girls, showing off their asses, like, it's like all of a sudden a healthy eating page turns into your, like even just grown men, right? Oh, look at her working out, eating healthy, cool. It's like by the 40th picture, she's like flopping around on the beach with her tits out, laughing at her salad like it's cracking mad jokes. And then you have like grown men masturbating by the 40th picture, you know what I mean? It's like, I thought this was about teaching me how to eat healthy and work out. How did it turn into further down the feed into me doing this, Goodness, I'm gonna have to, thank goodness I said it at the very far end. I'm gonna have to hopefully this doesn't get blocked, but anyways, hopefully that's not a bad word to say. I might have to cut that part out. But if you guys are wondering what it was that I cut out, I was basically talking about, anyways, I don't want to go off on a tangent on this, guys. I feel like this is probably one of the longest readings I've ever done. It's just so much information is coming up for me, and you guys might notice I'm posting at night now. It just seems to be a weird kind of shift. Like in the daytime, I'm really being guided to focus on making sure that I'm running things really smoothly in my home, and making sure that I have more than enough time to devote to just being a hands-on freaking parent, because I'm watching everything. And then when my kid dozes off and he's asleep safe and sound in bed, then I'm going to hit you guys up in the readings and let you guys know. But until then, nothing is going to distract me and take me away from, what I need to do to keep things, running a tight ship here at home. Because I feel like, yeah, again, with the divine feminines, when they're ready to be protective, it's a different story. Okay, so that's what I have for you guys for this one. I love you guys, and I appreciate you guys for being here with me and for being patient with me throughout my journey, and expressing my views and my opinions, and really being passionate, and expressing myself in the comments sometimes, it's because I'm so passionate and I can see deeply what has been going on, and I'm really passionate about making sure that, you know, just the masculine energy in general is they're balanced and they can feel, you know, rooted in healthy divine masculine energy, you know? So, all right, guys, take it easy. Catch you guys later. Bye.